Good evening, my friends. Today is Saturday, the last day of the week, and I wish that you are having a restful Saturday. We might be busy physically, but of course, we hope that we are enjoying the rest, enjoying peace and quiet in our minds, because that is the most important thing. Usually, reality always starts with our inner personality, our inner person. And the disposition of our minds is the one that truly guides our outward action. And today I'm going to, I guess that this week has been a very, what I say, a very, not toxic, but rather, this is a busy week with many things to attend to. And our enemy, of course, is time and our sense of control of things. And sometimes we unknowingly encounter difficulties, and sometimes this difficulty, if we are not in control of ourselves, this has the power to encroach in our inner person, in our inner being. Because a human person, a human being is made up of different senses. We have five senses. We have the sense of seeing, the sense of hearing, and we also have our emotions, and our emotions are different. So they are on the extreme right, on the extreme left. Sometimes we experience joy and happiness, and sometimes we experience anger and pain. And our life is ruled by this kind of cycle of emotions. And in my undergraduate days, I enjoy studying philosophy, and especially I admire Buddhist philosophy, because it is the only philosophy, it is the only form of psychology that really teaches us to manage our own emotions. And it is the kind of philosophy that tells us that happiness rests on our own decision and how we master ourselves. So it's a kind of paradox of trying to free ourselves, but at the same time, the the sense of freeing ourselves is also the way of controlling ourselves, making us the master of our emotions, the master of our mind, so that when we have mastered our emotions, we are able to direct ourselves in the contemplation of the correct principles that will lead us to ultimate happiness. And of course, I am not a Buddhist. I am more of the Judeo-Christian tradition, but I always believe that Buddhism and Christianity and Judaism has a point of conversation. There's a point of dialogue between them, conversation among them, and try to see the similarity in the thread. And today, sometimes one of the temptations we have is to be angry when we are confronted by situations that does not agree with what we expect for. And sometimes these have the tendency to excite anger in us. So let us see what the Bible tells about anger. In Ephesians 4:26, Saint Paul tells the Christians, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger." My friends, anger sometimes can be a legitimate expression of our emotions, but it has also the tendency to lead us to sin. Why lead us to sin? Because it makes us do things beyond what is expected of us. Because being angry is like being drunk. That's why drunkenness, like anger, is something that is forbidden for us. Why? Because we lose a sense of judgment. When you are drunk, of course, you lose a sense of judgment. In the same way also, when we allow anger to dominate our lives, sometimes we lose control of ourselves, and we are no longer sober, and we are not able to make the right and the correct decisions. That's why there's another very interesting verse in the Bible. Here Saint Paul was telling Timothy, he said, "So flee youthful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart." So that's why we have to flee and run away from anger. And another is, "Be not quick in your spirit to become angry, for anger lodges in the hearts of fools." And usually we are all guilty of this. And why am I saying this? Because this week has been truly a very stressful week, and there are points in our experience that we are tempted, or even we do get angry at certain things, at certain events, environments, and things like that. And this is the ever-present temptations. But sometimes we lose our top. We lose a sense of control. And we have to admit that it does happen usually. Or maybe if not seldom, but usually. But if we look at it as a temptation or as a sin that we commit, it is also an opportunity for us to change ourselves, to change our lives, to reform ourselves. Panahon din ito para baguhin natin ang ating mga sarili. This is an opportunity. That's why, in my personal belief, I always believe in giving a person the second chance. Not only second chance, even the third and the fourth and the fifth times. Because I always believe that human beings are worthy of redemption. We are worthy of redemptions. There's always an opportunity to change. There's always an opportunity to change our behavior for the better. And this is the kind of challenge that we should always, and attitude that we should have in ourselves. That's why, as a person, when I judge a person, when I look at a person, I don't believe in gossips. Although I listen to what other people say, but it doesn't mean that I believe when I listen. I do my own verification, because it is better that we verify. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng opinion ng tao, kadalasan lahat ng opinion ng tao ay hindi naman talaga totoo. That's why I don't rely on opinion. I rely on facts. And once things are straightened up, then we give the person the chance. What is better for that person? Because everyone deserves to change. Everyone, hindi naman pwedeng you can be condemned forever because of one sin. Kaya yung sinasabi nila na when you commit, pag nagkamali ka ngaya, mai-erase yung lahat ng kabutihang nagawa mo in the past. No, I don't believe in that, because I think the divine providence is also a God of justice, na hindi naman mapapawalang bahala yung mga kabutihan na nagawa natin. Just because you committed one mistake, it will nullify everything good that you have done. I don't think there's such a kind of thing. I don't even read in the Bible a verse that says that. But rather, the challenge is, when we commit a mistake, we always have to find a way to move forward, to change for the better. Kaya nga ito ang advocacy natin. We are against the death penalty. We are against the capital punishment. Why? Because it does not serve to correct people. And we have no right to take the life of another, because we are not the author of life. And human life is a fundamental right. Not only the life of humans, but also the life of other creatures. They also possess certain rights over it. We are not the maker. We are not the originator of life. We are only the recipient of that life. And even if just as the Creator gives chance to people, then too we should also have that mindset of helping people. Take note, we are not condoning mistakes. We are not condoning wrongdoing. But rather, what we are trying to do is we want to correct the wrongdoing so that the person can change and move forward and be helped. Iyan po ang dapat ang misyon at tungkulin ng tao sa mundong ito, ang paglingkuran ang kapwa, at yan ang tamang paglilingkod sa kapwa, na tinutulungan natin ang ating kapwa na maging mabuting tao. So, thank you very much, my friend, for listening to my debriefing again for today. And it's time for me to go home. And thank you for these few little minutes, the 10 minutes that I shared with you. And as a matter of relieving myself of the pressures of the day. And may God bless us all. Happy Sunday tomorrow. And hope you enjoy your day.